Welcome to this Sports Geek presentation looking at the Dallas Mavericks and Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, but looking at them from their social media usage and how they're engaging their fans. G'day, my name is Sean Callanan from Sports Geek, and I want to introduce you to the Sports Social Media Index, which rates the performance of sports franchises using social media. SSMI covers the key platforms of sports social media, how each platform is used by the team, and how they engage their fan base. Let's get started by looking at the Mavericks on Facebook. Dallas Mavericks with over 565,000 fans. Looking at the Facebook posts for Games 1 and 2 of the Western Conference Finals, they had 51 posts over that 3-day period, which averaged at 17 posts per day, which is well above both the recommended averages and definitely what I recommend to my clients with Sports Geek. They did, however, garner almost 35,000 post likes for those Facebook posts at an average of 680. So they are doing something right, but they're only engaging a small part of their fan base. They also are able to get 133 comments per post. Let's have a look at exactly what they're trying to do, but first, let's look at exactly their growth. In fact, Dallas Mavericks are doing a great job in the last 3 months, going from 360,000 fans to almost 560,000 fans. So there is a big jump, but that is a big jump across the board, and you'll see similar increase in fan base with the Oklahoma City Thunder as most NBA fans are jumping on board and connecting with their teams. What are the Mavericks doing and doing well on Facebook? One of the things is that they're changing their avatar regularly. As you can see there, I've got 2 different examples of beat OKC as they change up their avatar to give their Facebook page a fresh feel. Also, they're providing audio previews of the game directly in Facebook. You click on that little icon and you can start listening to the Skin Side Scoop and a preview of the game, which is another different facility that most other teams aren't providing. And they're doing that with a bit of a custom application Mavs publisher that they've had built. Additionally, the Mavs are obviously trying a few things out with custom tabs where they have the shop, fast break, or a little RSS reader to pull in all their blogs, trying to promote their royal blue out to get all the fans to wear blue. They've got several different custom tabs there, but there is no wall promotion promoting the fans and directing the fans there. So it's left up to the fans to find some really great applications in those tabs. They do need some promotion there. Let's look at the game day feed. Now, this is the issue that I have with what the Mavericks are doing on Facebook, is pretty much just duplicating their efforts on Twitter. At SportsGeek, we advise that Twitter is the live conversational platform. That's where you want to drive fans for live score updates, because you don't want to have too many posts. The last thing you want to do is have fans hide your feed because there's too many updates from your page, and that is a problem that may exist for the Mavericks if they continue to overpost on Facebook. They are getting a little bit of traction, 300, 200, 250 likes per post, but they're only 20 minutes apart. So these are obviously fans that are checking Facebook for scores or watching the game and on Facebook at the same time. Many updates of the same type does give the Facebook feed a lot of sameness. There's no color, there's no pictures, there's no video being shared when it's in game mode. This is a good example of something that works really well and really effective, and it's something that we actually do quite effectively with Sports Geek. A simple post, a simple picture, and a simple instruction asking fans, are they ready? Over 2,000 of the Facebook fans liked that post. That actually was the second most liked post in the 3-day period. The only one that scored better than that post itself was the full-time result from Game 1, which the Mavs won. The Mavs are doing a good job in sharing YouTube videos, which is good now that YouTube videos can be watched inline in Facebook, both in Facebook and in Facebook Mobile. But the issue here is, why not share a caption to this clip? Have another call out. Ask the fans, are they ready? Even a Let's Go Mavs. But unfortunately, there's just a link there with the YouTube clip. So again, a missed opportunity in a small margin. Having a look at the Thunder, they're slightly behind the Mavericks in total numbers, approaching the 500,000 mark. Again, from a posting strategy point of view, around 50 posts for 3 days, 16.3 per day. Again, they have the capacity or the tendency to overpost around game days. They are getting around 490 likes per post and around 100 comments, but they're not actually doing anything to have specific posts to drive comments or specific posts to drive likes. Having a look at their growth patterns, it looks at the graph is very similar to what the Mavericks was in the same upward trend, and a lot of that is because the NBA is embracing Facebook. But a lot of sports teams across the world have graphs similar to that, and it's a matter of how do you then best engage with that fan base. Having a look at what they're doing on Facebook, again, they've got a nice, big branded avatar, but where is the Western Conference branding? Where's the Beat Dallas? Where's the, hey, we've advanced to another series? I would be using that bit of real estate to promote the fact that you're in the Western Conference Finals. They've tried a little bit of work with some of the custom tabs. You can see there they've obviously had a go at live stream, but currently it's off air, so it should be hidden. Looking at their game day feed, you can see here, when comparing it to the Dallas Mavericks, it has a little bit more color. One, they're promoting the TV companion, so using Facebook as a traffic driver back to the website, telling fans you'll get all your stats back at thenba.com at the Thunder site with the TV companion. And that's what you've got to realise. Facebook cannot deliver everything. Send the fans to where you can deliver everything. This is a good use of a picture in the halftime update, or actually the quarter time update, where they've actually added a picture while giving the score update. Gives the post a bit more volume, tracks the eye, more likely to get more likes. And as you can see there, 968 likes for that post alone. And they're also trying to share some insights to what the radio coverage is providing in their Facebook feed, which again is a bit more colour than just here's the score update and here's the stats. One thing that I was a little bit confused on with the Thunder on Facebook was their video strategy. They weren't using YouTube, so you could not watch the videos inline in Facebook or on mobile. They were trying to drive fans back to NBA.com and their home site, which is fine. But again, they're probably missing an opportunity in providing a picture here to effectively give that post a little bit more punch. If you go to the Thunder's Facebook site, you'll actually see that pull image on several posts that come through on their Facebook page. If they were to share an image as well as the link, they might get a bit more click-through on those posts. They are also using Facebook video to give that slice of life inline and mobile viewing, which is great, but for mine, I would be following the lead of the Dallas Mavericks and leveraging what they've got with YouTube. Having a look at Twitter, 62,000 followers with over 4,000 tweets since they've been doing it to the Mavericks since 2009. They average around 5.3 a day, but during the playoffs, around 12, which is around the mark. Probably could have capacity to tweet a bit more, and I'll explain what tweets they're missing in just a moment. They have got six players on Twitter, and they use Twitter to varying levels. But the main issue that looking over the tweets for the 3 days for games 1 and 2, where there were no fan interactions and no retweets of fans cheering for the Mavs, which I found quite disappointing. Having a look at what they are doing well, obviously looking there with Jason Kidd staring back at us, that's their Twitter background, which is quite simple and effective. They are using hashtags quite effectively with Let's Go Mavs as well as MFFL, which is driven a lot by Mark Cuban around the fans for the Mavs. They're retweeting player tweets. In this case, Sean Marion, Matrix 31. But again, my main thing that they are missing in what they're doing on Twitter is they're not interacting with fans. So they've done a great tweet there. Who has their Mav Blue on? They've asked a question. They would have got responses. There should have been follow-up to those responses and asking the fans what they thought. Looking at the Thunder, 50,000 tweets, slightly more from a tweets per day and slightly more during the playoffs with 18 per day. Again, they have about 7 players on Twitter. And again, they fell foul to getting caught in the broadcast mode of Twitter in reporting stats and telling people about it without actually interacting and being conversational on the platform. Having a look at some of the things they are doing, the background is currently that repeated icon. Again, if they would look at the Mavericks and the Jason Kidd background they're using, they would do well with a larger background. They are cross-promoting with multiple Twitter accounts. In the case up the top, promoting the Thunder merch trailer with Rumble the Bison, who is on Twitter, and a mascot is also promoting that same thing. They may have different audiences, so it's a good approach. One tweet that did really tap into what the fans want was the Kevin Durant quote about after practice, because it got 67 tweets. The fans obviously loved it, but I would have thought it would be a good idea to use Kevin's Twitter handle, KD Thunder Up, in referencing that tweet. So again, you're telling the fans how to follow the players. They did retweet a celebrity, which is great. It does allow you to get a bit of influence if you've got a celebrity on board, and here they're retweeting Ellen DeGeneres. But again, there wasn't any fan interaction. So when the tallies came up for the Sports Social Media Index, it was the Mavericks in front, 224 to the Thunder 195. They're both doing good things, but there's definitely some room for improvement in what they're doing in their Facebook posting strategies, in the way that they post to Facebook, as well as interaction in Twitter. That's pretty much the final thing. I'd like to finish up with a quote from Mark Zuckerberg. You don't start the communities, they already exist. They're already doing what they want to do. The question you should ask is how I can help them do it better. And that's what the Mavs and the Thunder need to ask themselves, and what they're trying to do on Facebook and Twitter. And that's pretty much what Sports Geek does with its clients. My name's Sean Callanan. You can find me at sportsgeek.com.au. Hit me up with the Twitter if you have any questions about this. Cheers.